Hi everyone, it's Louise with Louise Behr, and I don't have a normal introduction today because somehow I lost the video, and I've done several CDs and I don't know which one goes to which anymore, so I think I deleted it by mistake. But the bottom line is I'm doing a bloom swipe on a CD like Winterstrom does, where she has the base and then a black faux pillow on top of that, and then I'm going to lay my colors down and then swipe. So want to see what kind of results I can get with that, because I want to do something different every time when I'm making these CDs. All right, we'll get you down in a second. All right. So just pointing out here real quick, I did not prime this. I wanted to see how it would affect anything, if it does at all. So there we go with the pillow paint, which is my multi-pro, and then my tricorn black, which is the quote-unquote faux pillow. Now let me just tell you right off the bat here, way too much paint, just so you know. Way too much. So I'm going to just keep going on the double time. My heater's on, so there's a lot of background noise, so it's easier just to voice over. And I'm going to call out the colors as I go. Now my first color here is the 24 karat gold, and it is extremely thick. But I'm pointing out here that I'm not too worried about the thickness because I'm going to be swiping, and because I have the palette knife, I have good control over how much pressure I put down. So a little bit thicker is not going to be a problem. This is the Nickel Azo Gold by Glidden, and I point out here again that the combination of the gold and the Nickel Azo together really create a beautiful color combination. Really happy with the way those two have played. This is the Dioxozine Purple by Glidden, and that's a transparent color, as is the Nickel Azo. And this is Glidden's Florescent Pink and Oxide White. And this is the Anthraquinone Blue, or as I like to call it, Anthrax Blue. So now I'm going to load up the palette knife, and here I'm trying to figure out what palette knife I want to use. And I feel like Goldilocks, trying to find this one's too small, this one's too big, this one's just right. So I'm showing you, I'm mixing up the cell activator, very important every time, pouring it on the palette knife, and in this case I debate whether or not to use any black at all, but even before that I have decided I'm putting too much cell activator on, so I'm pouring some back in, and I save some at the same time, and it turns out I still have too much cell activator when you see the result. And then I decide I'm just going to put on a little bit of the black. I don't want to do too much black because I have a black base. I do want some black for definition between the colors in the cell activator. I'm finding that during these swipes it's tricky to know how much cell activator to put on, and then having the right pressure when you apply it and spread it as you're laying out the cell activator over the colors and getting an even spread of the cell activator. So here I'm trying to spread it out where I started and blow it out as well, trying to get the cells to come through. I want to do some scooping and dragging. I really would like this to come up. There is color under there. So everyone, I'm going to pick up the pace here and double time through this and just do more voicing over as we go along. So one of the artists that's inspired me to do this type of pour, where I have a white pillow and then a faux black pillow on top of it, is Winterstrom Art, Jessica. And she has really got this one down, and I'm still struggling to try to get it. And the whole idea is to have the white, as you're scooping and dragging, kind of backlight the composition as you stretch it out in the scoop and drag. I will link her channel in the description if you're interested in taking a look at what she does. What I'm trying to do there is get the black over the edge and cover up that white. Here I'm just using that little dribble of paint to try to catch that edge and pull it over so the black will go over the sides. Near the end here, it's time to clean up the bottom, and so I have my palette knife and I'm just going over the bottom and scraping off any of the excess dribble of paint that's coming down the sides. What I keep fighting on this one is the white that keeps creeping up over the sides. I don't know why, but that's what's happening. So sorry about my hand being in the way, but what I've resorted to doing is taking some of the black tricorn and I'm putting it on my palette knife and I'm just going to artificially add some black to the edges that I want to stay black. That white edge has got a life of its own, and it keeps fighting me on this. It's like, stop, just go over. So as I go along here, I keep fighting it, and I'm just going to cut out a lot of it. Just trust me to say that I'm continuing to try to get the black over the edge until I'm satisfied. So thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, including all the struggles with the white base. And I want to say this is the white result, not embellished. I don't ever embellish any of my photos. Just wanted to share it with you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the bell. Till next time, take care.